Start. Seat back is locked, avionics off, carb heat off. Mixture full rich. Throttle slight, brakes are set prime. For prop is clear. Master beacon fuel pump. Master beacon fuel pump. Mags start. Clear prop. Check. Validate the GPS. It is current. We'll set this to 210. That checks out. Half left, half up. Out of view. And we're good there. Validate GPS fuel totals. We should have 18 gallons. Let's see what the totalizer says. It says 19. So we are going to set that. We're going to set it all the way up, and then pull the circuit breaker, put it back in, and now we are going to set it, okay, down to 18 gallons. Okay, 18 gallons we are at. Okay, AVGAS and AWAS.
2, advise on this for contact you at Romeo. Concord information, Romeo, time 2150 Zulu, wind 280 at 3, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 14, dew point -4, altimeter 29902, expect visual approach runway 2. Advise on this for contact you at Romeo. Concord information, Romeo, time 2150 Zulu, wind 280 at 3, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 14, dew point.
Okay, 280, we'll go to 1.85 next.
Archer 875 Golf, full start 2, ready to go.
We'll go to ground.
Archer 875 Golf.
We have Romeo.
Traffic, clip takeoff.
AVGAS, altimeter is set 29902. It's set, transponder is alt 1200. ADSB is presumed on. Radio we just heard. Taxi light as required. Brakes test. Clear left, clear right. Brakes work. Start the track log. Started. Attitude indicator is stable. Turn coordinator is on and stable. Heading indicator to compass. Not quite east. Okay, that'll work. For flight, are we connected to Stratus? We are. Flight plan. Flight plan is going to be to KVUJ. We'll load that. Oops. Flight plan is loaded. Common nav radios. Let's find out what the frequencies are at Stanley County. We have, the weather is 128.17.
875 Golf,
and then
Archer, head
tower. Whoops. Tower's 126.27. Okie dokie. Common nav radios are set. We don't need screen recording. We'll do our taxi checkups on the way to run up.
Golf runway 2, clear touch.
Clear left, clear right. Turning to the right, turn coordinator hits the right, ball goes opposite. Heading indicator turns to the right. Everything else stays stable. Again, to turn to the right, turn indicator goes to the right. Clear right, left. Turn to the left. Turn coordinate goes to the left, ball goes opposite. Head indicator turns left, everything else stays stable.
Archer 875 Golf runway 2, number 2, clear to land.
Okay, so today's mission is we are headed off to Stanley County to get gas because we are going to fly to Atlanta in a couple of days to go see our friend Ben, who is going to be trying to land at the Atlanta class Bravo for his 1,000th landing. Anyway, I need to have enough fuel to get to him, and I need to get up at the crack of dawn to be able to get there, and I don't want to have to get fuel then, so we're going to get fuel now. But right now, I got to do a run-up. Okay, so brakes are set. Fuel is on the left tank trim for takeoff. Flight controls, that's up and down, up and down. And that is free and correct. Instruments. Stable, 0. Within 75, 0. Stable. Engine instruments all look good. Mixture is full rich. Fuel tank timer is started. Primer is locked, 2,000 RPM. Okay, left mag. Drop about 50. Recovers. Right mag. Similar drop. Recovers. Carb heat. Small drop. Carb heat is indicated up. And recovers. Suction is 5.8. Amps are generating. Oil pressure is green, fuel pressure is green, oil temperature is green. We'll check idle. Idle's good. Back up to 1,000. Okay, max test, carb heat, vacuum, amps, fuel pressure, oil temperature, idle, mixture, friction lock, Sentex departing. We're good there.
75 Golf, taxi to ring. 604 Golf, runway 2, clear touch again.
Concord ground, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey's at the south ramp with Romeo, VFR to the east.
Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, Concord ground, runway 2, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 2 via Alpha, 6374 Whiskey. Monoxide detector is registering 2 parts per million, which is fine. We want to see it at 20 parts per million or lower. And then only for a short period of time. In cruise, I'd like to see it at 10 parts per million or lower. Guess you're doing short approach practice today. Okay, back up to 1,000. Get our radios, we'll go on tower. Flaps are up, mixture is full rich, fuel pump on, carb heat is off, pitot heat is off, transponder, all 1200 heading bug. We are going to go to 094, so we'll do like that. Circuit breakers, re-verify. Those are all good. Doors and windows closed, that's closed. Beacon on, landing light on. Landing light on. Time is 5:35. If we are not off by Delta, we are going to idle and taxi back to the ramp. If we are off and have an issue after liftoff with runway left, we're going to push the nose down and land on this runway. If we have an issue after rotation, no runway left.
Golf, left close traffic.
We'll do 30-degree right and left, lots of options over there, including the field and the highway. And if we have an issue 1,200 feet above or more, then we'll turn back and land on the runway. Okay, for takeoff, we are going to check our directional gyro. It's basically right, full throttle, check 2275 in the RPM, check pressures, rotate at 60, climb out at 85, and there we go. Concord Tower, Cherokee, 6374 Whiskey, holding short 2, ready.
Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, runway 2, turn right on course, clear for takeoff.
Runway 2, right on course, 6374 Whiskey, clear for takeoff. I don't know why I said it in that order. Final is clear. And even though this is 7,000 foot runway, we're going to use as much of it as we can because just a good practice. Okay, there we go. And we are making power. Pressures and temperatures are in the green. Airspeed's alive, 40. There's 50. And 60, and rotate.
Departure 604 Golf, traffic departing, runway 2, clear to land.
Traffic inside, runway 2, clear to land, 604 Golf.
Clear to the right. All right, activate. 2230. Okay, so let's pitch forward for 100. Fuel pump goes off. Fuel pressure is good. Landing light goes off.
Archer 604 Golf, turn left enable, taxi to ramp.
Left on Delta to the ramp, 604 Golf. Thanks for help out tonight.
And then, when we 2230 is minus, so 530 is when it closes, and the tower should have just closed, so I should be on CTAF for Stanley County.
Concord Tower, Cherokee 5833 Whiskey, 10 miles northwest at 3000, request transition southeast bound.
Calling Concord Tower, say again.
Concord Tower, Cherokee 5833 Whiskey is 10 miles northwest at 3000, requesting transition to the southeast.
Cherokee 5833 Whiskey, Concord Tower, ident. Cherokee 5833 Whiskey, transition approved through the Delta, maintain 3000 VFR while in Delta.
Transition approved at 3000 while in Delta, Cherokee 33 Whiskey.
Hey, we just left the Delta.
Concord Tower, Med Center 2.
Med Center 2, Concord Tower.
Yes, sir, Med 2 is with you, 8 miles to your northwest. I'd like to transition, present position to Cabarrus. Should be just on the northern edge.
Med Center 2, transition approved, altimeter 2993.
Clear, below
2993.
1000, temperature 1,
33 Whiskey, traffic, 11 o'clock.
temperature 2, 995. Albemarle, Stanley County Airport. Automated weather observation 224 Zulu, weather, wind 010 at 4, visibility 10, clear, below 12,000, temperature 12 Celsius, dew point -3.
Okay, 2995. Let's go to 121.5 here.
Southwest 1931, Southwest 1931, this is Southwest 3208, can you hear me?
Which Southwest?
1931, 1931.
Not us, sir.
Traffic, Bearing 7501 Sierra is left off wind 4 right.
Okay, so like I said, we're gonna go get fuel. And the reason we're flying over to Stanley County is A, I like to fly, and B, the fuel over there is quite a bit cheaper. So I'm gonna do that. Now, one of the things that I heard believe it or not, my CFII say was that he didn't know how to self-serve fuel an airplane for the longest time, in part because he was at one of those Part 141 schools where they did everything for him, and he had absolutely no idea how to fuel the airplane. So if there's any chance that you're somebody who doesn't know how to self-serve fuel an airplane, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how I do it. It's not particularly complex, but there are a few things that you probably want to make sure that you do and have done to avoid problems. So anyway, that's the mission today. Fuel the airplane. Stanley County traffic, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, 10 miles to the west, inbound for runway 4 right, Stanley County. Okay, let's go through our checklist here. We're going to do our descent checklist next. Mixture, we're going to Richmond. It's actually pretty good where it is. Carb heat is required. Fuel is on a good tank. Altimeter is set. Instruments are good. Instrument approach clear. We don't have an instrument approach. We have gumps to go. And we have the airport in sight. Let's make sure we know what the details for this airport are. Full screen. Field elevation is 609 feet, so pattern altitude is 1609.
Stanley traffic, Bearing 7501 Sierra, turn final runway 4 right, Stanley.
And we are still at 2 parts per million for our carbon monoxide. Tell you what, the one time that I had this thing and it was squawking 120 parts per million, then 160 parts per million, scared the ever-living crap out of me. I aborted and came back home, and turned out that the reason was that a exhaust gasket on my number 2 cylinder had blown and was letting all kinds of exhaust into the cabin. In particular, carbon monoxide. I had absolutely no idea that it was that the carbon monoxide was there. I did not smell the exhaust, but this guy caught it. And that was at the very beginning of a 4-hour flight. Now I used to have down here, I think it was right here, one of those little orange dot things. It didn't register a thing. It showed nothing. It was like fine. Meanwhile, this guy was showing extremely dangerous levels of carbon monoxide. Saved my life. If you don't have one of these, this is $150. Easy $150 purchase. Stanley County traffic, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, 7 miles to the west. Will enter a left downwind for runway 4 right. Stanley County.
Delta.
I think I might have stepped on somebody. We are looking for 1600.
Off 4 right on the Alpha.
I'll go in here, set up the procedure, which is going to be a traffic pattern, 4 right, 45, and to route. And we want to be at 1600. When we get there, let's do our pre-landing checklist, which is gumps. Gas is on a good tank. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture goes full rich. Props are fixed. Seat belts are set. Switches. Fuel pump landing like carb heat. And we are good. Stanley County traffic, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, 5 miles to the west. We'll enter a left downwind for runway 4 right. Stanley. $1,600. Stanley County traffic, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, 3 miles to the west, entering a left downwind for runway 4 right, Stanley County. I do not see anyone in the pattern. I do not hear anyone in the pattern. Stanley County traffic, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, left downwind, runway 4 right. Full stop, Stanley County. Okay, there's a beam. And there's a descent, first notch. Stanley County traffic, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, left base, runway 4, right, full stop, Stanley County. Final looks clear. Stanley County traffic, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey, turning final runway 4 right, full stop, Stanley County. And we're a little bit high, but the airspeed's pretty good. And I feel caught up on the aiming point, although the lights don't say agree. Airspeed's still good, aiming point's good. Runway's made. Not bad touchdown. Could have had the nose up a little bit better. Clear left, clear right. Stanley County traffic, Cherokee 6374 Whiskey is clear of runway 4 right, taxiing to the fuel, Stanley County. Okay, back up to 1,000. Checklist. After landing, flaps are up, carb heat's off, fuel pump's off, landing lights off, pitot heat is off, mixture is as required, trim is for takeoff, transponder is Alt 1200, securing 121.5, it's silent, fuel totalizer, we're going to log that, and we had 3.1 gallons. Come on. Says we use 3.1. That is log 14.9 left. Is what it says. Avionics.
Flags off, master off, track log stop. Lights, flight plane release. No, we don't need the release brake, but we do want to take the tack time, which is 282.0.